This isn't starting over. This is rebuilding with the lessons intact. This is for the ones who lost people but found wisdom. If you're healing in silence, this space is for you. When the noise finally fades, that's when the real rebuilding begins. Not with crowds, not with empty promises, but with boundaries, with intention, with choosing peace before connection. This is episode 10, Rebuilding with Intention. After everything fell quiet, I took inventory. What was left? What remained after the storm? My values, my discipline, my faith. The pain had stripped away all the distractions and left only the essentials. And that's when I finally understood rebuilding isn't about adding more stuff, more people, more noise. It's about protecting what survived. It's about nurturing the core of who you are. I used to think boundaries were about pushing people away. I saw them as walls, as fences to keep everyone out. But now, I know that's not true at all. Boundaries don't push people away. They reveal who actually belongs in your life. They show you who is willing to respect you, to honor your space and your energy. So I stopped overgiving. I stopped pouring from an empty cup, trying to please everyone. I stopped over-explaining myself, feeling like I had to justify my every decision. I stopped granting access to people who weren't aligned with my values. My boundaries became my foundation. Not walls, but guidelines for healthy relationships. This new foundation taught me to connect slowly, to really take my time. I started to listen longer than I spoke, to observe actions instead of just believing words. I learned to watch for consistency over intensity. You know, that quick, fiery connection that often burns out just as fast? I realized true connection is steady. I began to choose depth over frequency, quality over familiarity. Just because you've been known someone for a long time doesn't mean they're good for you now. Intentional connection feels calm. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel pressured. It feels like coming home. It's a quiet confidence, a mutual respect that doesn't demand constant validation. My definition of trust completely transformed. Trust used to just mean access. If I trusted you, you got all of me, my time, my energy, my secrets. Now, trust means patterns. It's built over time by observing how someone handles discomfort, how they react when things don't go their way, how do they respect my limits when I set them, and most importantly, how do they respond to the word no? That little word is a powerful test. Trust is truly built when your boundaries are honored, not constantly challenged or questioned. Realizing this changed everything for me. It was like a light bulb went on, and suddenly I could see my relationships with crystal clarity. I didn't rebuild my life alone, but I did rebuild it aligned. Prayer shaped my pace, helping me slow down when I wanted to rush. Discernment guided my choices, helping me see who was genuine and who was just passing through. I started asking for wisdom before I asked for companionship. I prayed for peace before I prayed for proximity to others. Because what you build has to be strong enough to hold you when you're feeling weak. Your life, your relationships, your environment, it all needs to be a sanctuary, a place of strength, not another source of stress. My life definitely looks quieter now from the outside. The circle is smaller, the calendar isn't as packed, but it feels so much stronger. There are fewer connections, but they are deep and meaningful. The intentions are clear. There's no guesswork. There's finally room to breathe, to think, to just be. Rebuilding didn't make me lonely. It made me intentional. It taught me the profound difference between being alone and being at peace with yourself. It showed me that the right company nourishes you, while the wrong company drains you, no matter how many people are around. But rebuilding with intention raises a final, crucial question. What do you do when you're tested again? What happens when old patterns, old people, or old habits try to creep back into your carefully constructed new life? In the next episode, we're going to talk about exactly that, staying grounded when the past comes knocking. I don't plan for harm anymore. I plan for growth. I plan for purpose. Subscribe to this channel, not just to watch, but to join me and rebuild your own life with intention. Thanks for being here.